I traded the gravel for a silk-lined cage, believing the ghost could turn a new page. She wore the robes of a holy design, and I poured my fractures into her wine. I was an architect of the desert and dust until I bartered my sight for a beautiful trust. I followed the sands of a secondary cure in a landscape I thought was spiritual rape. You're Her whispers weren't oracles, just technical fees for the privilege of begging on my bureaucratic knees. There was no restoration in the center of the plan, just a stay of execution for a processed man. The indult is over, the registry is shut. I'm a mark on the carpet, in a permanent rut. Dead to the system, and the protocol of touch. Having expected for too long. The hope was a weapon, a clinical blade, to make sure the destruction was properly made. Sensing in the vacancy, quiet and still, a signature missing from a final will. The smoke from the factory is a stain on the Maine winter sky. In a town where the memories go to the cellar to die. I found her in the wreckage, a charm for the pain, stitching my psyche back together in the acid and rain. I gave her the keys to the rooms in my head, where the trauma was sleeping and the hunger was fed. I thought she was a bandage, I thought she was a light in the long, heavy pressure of a Saturday night. But she didn't come to heal, she came to consume, to harvest the rot in the back of the room. She used my own scars as a tether and chain, extracting the marrow and the pulse and the vein. I was the host for a predatory grace, behind the thin porcelain of her motionless face. I ran from the laundry lines and the dirt of the square, with the suet of the neighborhood still thick in my hair, to find a sophisticated version of a violent old ghost in a man who claimed to love my fragility the most. He molded my spirit like a piece of wet clay, while the smudging etcher took the contours away. He appreciated the aesthetic of the girl who was broke in the suffocating rhythm of the words that he spoke. The apartment is a furnace of plebeian truth, burning through the lives of my stolen youth. I see the oppression in the tilt of his head, in the clinical way that the rescue was fed. He never wanted a woman, he wanted a frame to house the cold power of his own gilded name. I'm leaving the wreckage for the city I know, to the hard, cynical streets where the bitter winds blow. I'm a fragment of someone I used to recognize, with a raw Naples winter behind my own eyes. The salvation was just the final stage of the fall, a sophisticated way to lose nothing at all. The demolition is finished, the contours are gone, in the red jagged light of a Mediterranean dawn. The scandal was a jewel that I wore on my chest, until the boredom of the audience put the beauty to test. I was a fallen aristocrat, a ruin and lace, searching for the theater in a new pretty face. I took the curiosity of a muse for a sign that the tragedy of the spirit was a vintage of wine. I turned my blind following into an exquisite act, in a cynical, scented, and a decorative pact. But the mask is too heavy for a mediocre heart, and she tired of the performance and the sacrifice of art. She only loved the glitter of the jagged red line, ink on the lip, watching the gold of my reputation slip. The only crime